Hi there, I'm Elaine, the Heart Healthy Cooking Lady. I'm going to show you how to make a savory curried chicken and vegetable stew. This has a little bit of heat, but not much, so that's why it's savory. And since it's loaded with vegetables, I'm putting it in my vegetable review. So for this recipe, you are going to need 8 ounces of chicken breast without the skin, cut into bite-sized pieces. You are also going to need a cup of chopped onions and a spice mixture that is 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon each of ground cinnamon, ground coriander, and ground turmeric. You are also going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, use more if you want heat, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You are also going to need 1 cup of thinly sliced raw carrots, 2 cups of raw cauliflower florets, and 1½ cups of diced potatoes to start with. You are also going to need to have a 1/2 cup of frozen peas, which you will put in later, 1/2 cup of tomato sauce, and up to 1 cup of water. So let's get cooking. What we are going to do is put the chicken into a non-stick pan, so you don't need to have any extra fat in this dish. And you're going to stir it a bit until the pink goes away, or most of the pink. All right. We are now going to add the onions and 1 tablespoon of grated fresh ginger and the spice mixture. Give that a stir. I'm going to cook that a bit until, oh, it smells so good. There's a lot of spices in here that's used in Indian cooking, which is absolutely fabulous. It smells so very good. All right. You want to heat up the spices a bit because it kind of helps to release the flavor. And then the onions are becoming translucent here. And they look kind of wet. So probably take a total of about a minute or a minute and a half. Now we're going to add the cauliflower and the carrots. And the potatoes. Give that all a stir. Most of these spices, I mean all of them, you can really find in any grocery store. But I do like to go to my local Indian market because they have way great spices and they're very much more economical than what you will get in the grocery store. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of water to this. Stir it around and loosely cover and cook it for 1/2 hour. I'm going to stir occasionally and take a look to see if it might be getting too dried out, and if so, I'm going to add a little bit more water. But let's cover it and put the timer on for 30 minutes. I'm going to just check like every 10 or so. Okay, see you in a few minutes. Okay, it's just about 10 minutes now, so I'm going to check just to see how dry it might be getting. Ah, okay. It's okay. I'm going to add just a wee hair more water. See, there's not a whole lot, and it still has 20 minutes to go or so. I can feel that the potatoes aren't anywhere near done, so I'm going to add just a little bit more water, cover it back up, and check in another 10 minutes or so. Okay, see you in another few. I'm going to check this. It's been cooking for about 20 minutes, and I've checked it a couple times. And when you see how it's gotten kind of dry on the bottom, we need to add some more water. I checked before and kind of scraped the stuff back in underneath the lid. This time I'm going to have to add some more water. So I've added a full cup now. Stir that around. Actually, that brown stuff on the bottom is going to make some very nice tastiness to the dish. I'm going to also check to see how done the vegetables might be. Let's see. See, these are almost done, actually. So I'm going to put them in for another 5. Turn down the heat a little. Scrape it all up so it's underneath the lid. I like to loosely cover because then it kind of thickens up a little bit easier if you do that rather than having it tightly covered, which is why I kind of do it this way. So I'm going to come back in 5 minutes and see how it's going. Oh, that looks good. Yes, exactly, nicely done. This ended up taking a little bit shorter time than it sometimes does. I think maybe because today I had cut the pieces up kind of small. So it does depend on how small your pieces of potato and how thin you slice your carrots. At this point, what we're going to do is add the tomato sauce. This is half a cup of no salt added tomato sauce. And the peas, 1/2 cup frozen peas. Kind of gives it a nice color. The green peas make it look very pretty. It's a very nice dish. Now you see, this to me is a little thick. So I'm going to add just a little bit more water. It all depends on how wet you like your stew. Let's see how that looks. Because a lot of cooking is looking to see how stuff looks and not going by exact time or exact measurements, because sometimes it changes. See, that looks good. This is a nice consistency. It's a very pretty stew. I'm going to put this in the serving dish and show you what it looks like in the dish. Well, here we have the finished dish. As you can see, it's very pretty and it's very healthy for you. This really is quite low calorie. It has only 369 calories in half of this bowl. So if you have even less than that, you'll be getting fewer calories. But this is 2 generous servings. It also has 5 grams of fat and 420 milligrams of sodium. Once again, in half of the bowl, because this makes 2 servings. It has 18 grams of protein a serving, 42 grams of carb, and 10 grams of fiber. It's a very healthy dish for you. It's very tasty, served with a side of Indian pickle. This is Patak's mixed Indian pickle. Very tasty. So I hope you've liked this video. If so, please like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Healthy Cooking Elaine. Until next time, here's to healthy cooking.